Sarafina and Bello were two young lovers who met in university. They were the most talked about couple in school, with people often pointing and admiring them as they walked by. After graduating, Bello's parents pressured him to marry a family friend's daughter named Zori, but Bello refused. He told his parents that he was very much in love with Sarafina, but they remained adamant. Zori was extremely beautiful with long black hair and nice set of teeth. Despite his love for Sarafina, Bello eventually agreed to the marriage. The wedding ceremony was so lavish and the talk of the town. This really broke Sarafina into pieces. She cried and asked God why. She was consoled by family and friends and eventually started a small business to distract herself. She started selling hot rice and stew, and she eventually got a lot of customers and made so much money. Few months later, Bello was driving by when he spotted Sarafina selling rice. He stopped and met with her. Sarafina immediately started crying. He knelt down by the road and apologized to her, also explaining how he was pressured by his family into a loveless marriage. Sarafina said, "At least you should have told me. You left without saying a word. I saw your wedding pictures and videos online. It really broke my heart." Bello apologized to her profusely and Sarafina forgave him. From then on, Bello started visiting her food stand every day, eating and gisting with her. Obviously, they both still loved each other dearly. They kissed and started dating again. He eventually proposed to Sarafina and she agreed to marry him as a second wife. They both smiled and Sarafina asked him, "But how will your wife at home react when she hears about us? Hope she won't kill me." Bello said no. She doesn't have any problem at all. She understands perfectly that my heart was with someone else. Sarafina smiled. They eventually met with both families. And wedding preparations started. Bello's wedding with Sarafina was even more lavish than his wedding with Zori. There was so much to eat and drink, and people partied till dawn. Afterwards, Sarafina met Zori, and they hugged, welcoming each other into their shared life with Bello. Bello was so happy. He never imagined things will fall in place so easily. He bragged to his friends how he married two beautiful, understanding wives who are unproblematic. His friends all smiled and praised him for making the right decision. Sarafina and Zori became extremely close, always cooking together and going everywhere together. They even spent more time with each other than their husband Bello. Bello was happy to see them getting along and even turning best friends. However, unknown to Bello, Sarafina and Zori started a romantic relationship. They would sneak around, kiss, and make love to each other, buying gifts and spending time together. Whenever Bello invited them to join him in the bedroom, they would complain about being tired. One day, Bello returned home unexpectedly and caught Sarafina and Zori kissing in the living room. He was shocked and fainted. As Bello lay on the floor, Sarafina and Zori stood over him, holding hands and looking at each other with love and affection. They knew their relationship would change everything, but they were ready to face the consequences. When Bello woke up, he looked at Sarafina and Zori with a mix of shock, confusion, and sadness. He didn't know what to say or do. Sarafina and Zori looked at him with compassion and understanding, knowing that they had to have an open and honest conversation about their relationship and their future together. "Bello, we need to talk," Sarafina said, her voice gentle but firm. "Yes, we do," Zori added, her eyes locked on Bello's. Bello nodded, still trying to process what he had just seen. I don't know what to say," he stammered. Sarafina and Zori sat down next to him, holding hands and looking at him with love and affection. "We know this may come as a shock to you, but we want you to know that our love for each other is real," Sarafina explained. "Yes, and we're not sorry for how we feel," Zori added, her voice firm but gentle. Bello looked at them, still trying to process his emotions. He had always known that Sarafina and Zori were close, but he had no idea that their relationship had evolved into something romantic. I don't know what to say," Bello repeated, feeling like he was stuck in a dream. Sarafina and Zori looked at each other, then back at Bello. "We know this may be a lot to take in, but we want you to know that our love for each other doesn't diminish our love for you," Sarafina explained. "Yes, we love you, Bello, and we always will, Zari added. But we also love each other. And we can't deny our feelings any longer. Bello looked at them, feeling like his world had been turned upside down.